Welcome to the Joseph Cruz Show. Today is Thursday, September the 30th, 2021. Now, everybody knows when the NBA players have been unvaccinated, except for LeBron James, right? The NBA player, LeBron James, who have been vaccinated, and that was a surprise. But you already know that this NBA team, if you are the World players, the Nets players, although finally the Nets players who have been vaccinated, 100% vaccinated, and yes it is. It is what it is. So, anyway, what is all about? What is all about LeBron James? Well, LeBron James who have been vaccinated, that was on Monday or Tuesday, and he had to do it to his family for real. And yes, you always know that it was his time to do it. Well, LeBron James did got vaccinated. And yes, it is what it is. It is. Now, we'll go to ESPN and it says, following their first official practice together as teammates, Russell Westbrook, wait a minute. No, we're not going to. Now, we're talking about LeBron James. Well, everything that we have seen, everything we have known, shows everything that we have said. Now, if we get vaccinated, you have to be happy. You have to be happy every day, and that's what you do. So, LeBron James got vaccinated. That was about a couple of days ago, and he has to focus for his team. He got vaccinated because he was going to be focused. He needs to focus for everybody, for his team, to his players, and he did the right thing. He did the right thing, and yes, it is. It is what it is, and that was the good one. That's the good thing. But here's what Ted Cruz has to say, and it looks like this. Look, Ted Cruz stands with unvaccinated Andrew Wiggins, tells LeBron James to boycott Warriors games. Now, Texas Senator Ted Cruz, a Grayson Elliott lookalike, who once played a game on one-on-one against Jimmy Kimmel for 2 hours, has rushed into the NBA's COVID-19 vaccination stress disclosure. In a lesser-day Twitter thread, the Republican senator, who is vaccinating himself, tweeted that he stands with a special report on vaccinating players, NBA players, including Golden State Warriors forward Andrew Wiggins, for good measure. The senator added that hashtag nobody, no choice, sending a bill totaling given his entire operation videos. It says, we're talking about people's bodies and well-being. I don't think I personally should get involved in what other people should do for their bodies and livelihoods, Cruz quote James as saying. And it says, for real. Now he goes on Twitter and Ted said, I stand for Catherine Irving. I stand for Andrew Wiggins. I stand with Bradley Bailey. I stand with Jonathan Isaac. And he goes on Twitter. That was yesterday. Now, 3 times LeBron James is being congratulated with his box office power. He could be even more congratulated. He could solve the problem by saying, I stand with my fellow players, and I won't play in anyone else that bans another NBA player because they make a personal healthcare choice. This doesn't make sense. Now, the quote is at Crudup, but James went on to say, I know that I was very skeptical about it all, but after doing my research, I felt like it was best suited for not only me, but for my family and my friends. James King James is being congratulated here, Cruz wrote. With his box office power, he could even be more curators. He could solve the problem by saying, I stand with my fellow players, and I won't play in any area that bans another NBA player because they make a personal healthcare choice. Under the San Francisco Department of Public Health current order, ringers must get vaccinated in order to play home games at the Chase this season. The Lakers, meanwhile, are reporting 100% vaccinated in large parts so they are adding the competitive disadvantages. There is no assurance James, who had a questionable boycotting record in June. Boycotting record in June. Violating sets out board games in troubling Wiggins and Cruz. So we always know that the NBA players will get vaccinated, and they need to be vaccinated, and that's what they need. That's what the NBA needs. That's what Adam Silver needs. And for Kyrie Irving and Andrew Wiggins, I mean, Kyrie Irving hasn't been vaccinated yet. Andrew Wiggins hasn't been vaccinated yet. Bradley and the Washington Wizards hasn't been vaccinated yet. And that the season is about a month ago. Season with 1 month ago to kick this thing off. And yes, it is, and that's what they said. Now, we all know LeBron James and the Lakers have been vaccinated. Now, here it is. Look, the Ville blasts LeBron James for refusing to evacuate for the coronavirus vaccine. Deeply disappointed. You want LeBron to a happy life. LeBron to a happy life is not greater than another person's right to be a happy life, co-host Sonny Houston said. Now, look at this. NBA star LeBron James was blasted by ABC's The Ville today for refusing to evacuate people getting vaccinated against the coronavirus and declared the decision to take a vaccine was each inevitable one's choice. All 5 co-hosts were united in calling on James to lose his promo position to convince his followers to get vaccinated, claiming it was his responsibility, and if he didn't want to speak out, it could hurt his ability to be an evacuator for other issues in the future. It says, well, it's kind of funny because if it's not legit, that means that some of those folks that were coming to see you play are not getting to come see you play because they can't get it. Co-host Whoopi Goldberg said after playing a video clip of James saying he will not be evacuated for the vaccine. Now 10 Cruz back NBA players vaccine status positions. It says it's not your job to tell people what to do, but you can suggest that you figure it out. Nobody grew a second head or until when they got the shot. I mean, I don't know why that would be hard for folks, she added, becoming more frustrated as she spoke. Co-host Annie Navarro claimed it was a privilege but also a responsibility as a public person for James to speak out on vaccines. She added that privacy didn't come along with the privilege of being a public person. You had a responsibility to those people that made you to share what you know and to try to get them to do the right thing. Navarro said, I'm sorry, I wish we had privileged private lives. We don't. We are public people with a lot of privileges, and that's the responsibility that comes along with it. Co-host Sonny Houston agree, and with friends and fans calling him King James because of his influence among a large number of lone people. I was really deeply disappointed that he said that just because he has such a large platform, Houston said. In America, we talk about postal freedoms so much because it is really the foundation of our country. But what we have to realize is that as citizens, we don't have the right to harm our colleagues and our colleagues and families. You're right. LeBron to a happy life is not greater than another person's right to happy life, she added. And yes, you are. And yes, you're right. It is what it is. But now, NBA official congressional interim vassals, led by Calvin Olding, report, and co-hosts Joel Benhel and Sarah Hines also called for James to speak out, and with hands pointing to him being black as an international reason he should be a greater advocate and refreshes to the high level of vaccines hesitate among African Americans. And then it goes on. If you don't want to speak out, remember you said that because it's going to come back and bite you in the behind when you want to talk about issues that are bothering you. Just know that people are going to come back and say, well, why are you talking now? Goldberg said. This is really important. LeBron, whether you decide to talk about why you and your family got vaccinated, it's important for you as an American citizen, for me as an American citizen, for all of us to do our part here, she added. Now, James have won NBA championships with the Miami Heat, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Los Angeles Lakers, and is considered as one of the greatest players of all time. He is an outspoken progression in numerous politician issues. Politician issues. So we all know that LeBron James had did the right thing. He did the right thing. Yes, he did. He got vaccinated. He and his family got vaccinated because he want his family to get better. Okay, he wants family to get better because that's why he knows it, and that's people knows it. We all know it. ESPN knows it, and yes, it is. But I'm very happy for him. And once his players get fully vaccinated, they will. That's their choice. That's their choice. Well, I know that the Knicks have been 100% vaccinated. And yes, by the way, if Kyrie Irving and Andrew Wiggins don't get vaccinated right now, then they won't pay. They will not pay if they don't get vaccinated, and that's the bottom line. So, what the NBA should do? Well, I know that a lot. What's happening here in the world and what's happening here in the sports, in the world of sports, and sometimes it is what it is. But and yes, I don't blame LeBron and his family. I don't blame him. But the DeVille, Ruby Goldberg, should listen, and also Ted Cruz should know about it. Although Ted Cruz have been vaccinated, and yes, it is. It's torn in. And now we have 56% of full popular vaccinations. We have been full, part of the people who have been fully vaccinated, and that is 56. We'll be turned back after a while. But anyway, you know it's how it goes. It will stay that way for sure. But at the same time, the vaccines do work this week, and it should be something that goes out the way that show you what happened in the future. But anyway, it is what it is. This is Justin Crudup, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.